Fox News host Jesse Waters thinks it's time to liberate Canada.
This is actual cannibalism, and our only defense is an incomplete border wall that Biden refuses to finish. We have to finish the wall in the south and build a fresh one in the north if this keeps up. Or we could just liberate the Canadians from their dictatorship. It's not like America hasn't done that before. There's room for a few more stars on the flag, and we can't have cannibals as neighbors.
You're right. We don't need cannibals. I mean, cannibals. Wow. Just when you think Fox News can't get more stupid, you get Jesse Waters to prove you wrong. Look, I know. Maybe he's being facetious. I can't tell with Jesse Waters. And again, he sounds basically the same no matter what point he's trying to make. It's super weird. But look, all right, so let's get to the details here. So now he's talking about, obviously, Justin Trudeau's Emergency Act, right? I actually don't think that he should have invoked that. I think that's too much. The police already have enough powers to deal with the blockade. They're refusing to do it because they're buddy-buddy with a lot of the truckers, who, by the way, are being funded by U.S. right-wing money. And so, hey, you know what we do with people who don't want to do their job? We fire them. You replace them. We don't really declare sweeping emergency powers that were designed as a last resort. And so the situation, of course, is pretty complicated. The truckers, as I mentioned, they've made the supply chain crisis worse. They've attacked people for not wearing masks, for wearing masks, tried to rip their masks off. Some of them were busted with guns and body armor. They have ties to far-right organizations and are getting a lot of money, again, from right-wingers, not just in the United States, but all over the world. Okay? But again, Trudeau goes a little too far. I don't agree with the truckers at all. I think they're throwing a fit, a tantrum. I'm pro-mandate. I want people vaccinated because it saves lives. That's it. But here's the thing. I don't want the state using violence against them. And to be fair, they likely won't. When do they ever use violence against right-wingers? And again, I would be against that if they did. No, they happen to save that for the left. Now, what's interesting about this is that, look, if you're going to have a solution, you got to have a solution that doesn't turn these people into martyrs for their cause, which is, again, their cause is let's let more people die from COVID. Now, Jesse Waters and the right wing, they want people to die from that. That's why they want to cover the protests day in and day out, and they want to make it an issue of freedom versus tyranny, the working class against the elites. No. What this is that you have a small minority of truckers, and mainly right-wing groups. 85 to 90% of the truckers in Canada are vaccinated. And by the way, the mandates are on the United States side. It's nothing that they even control in Canada, Trudeau. But again, this is a really small group of right-wing truckers that are too selfish to do the right thing to actually protect themselves and their communities from a virus. Most Canadians disapprove of what they're doing. They support the mandates. People in Ottawa, again, they have to deal with these truckers, and they're either afraid or they're angry at the fact that they have to deal with the guys throwing a temper tantrum and making an already bad economic situation for the working class even worse. Now, there's a legitimate debate whether or not Trudeau should have adopted emergency powers to deal with the situation. Again, I don't think he should have. But that's not the conversation they're having on Fox News. Fox News thinks that these people are 100% angels and freedom fighters, and that Trudeau is basically Hitler. And that, hey, you know what we should do? We should liberate them. You know, Canada does have oil after all. So, I mean, maybe I guess he's onto something. No, not at all. Not at all. This is an incredibly bizarre and distorted conversation. I don't know what to do with it. And by the way, I don't know how to deal with the trucker situation either. And so all I know is that invading Canada, probably not the best thing to do. And I'll just say this. I feel dumber now having listened to Jesse Waters